Greetings, heroes and force users of all ages, and welcome back to Inside the Tauntaun, a podcast in the multiverse of fandom. As always, I'm Dino Nicandros, and I'm joined by my good friends Alyssa Simmons
Hello.
and Daniel Dawson.
Hello there.
Today, we bear great tidings as we will be reacting to the Season 3 trailer of The Mandalorian, which dropped during Monday Night Football last night, but we all waited to watch it here with you. And by God, we're Star Wars fans.
Ooh.
I don't know who you are or where you came from.
I am Iron Man.
I thought they smelled bad. On the outside.
Smells like a new car in here.
Inside the Tauntaun, this is our opening song. Alyssa, Daniel, Dino, talking nerd stuff, come along. Inside the Tauntaun podcast, please like and subscribe.
Oh man,
Woo!
Okay.
Mando
we waited so long.
season
I'm very proud of
3.
us.
Yeah,
whole-
we waited a whole 12 hours or whatever.
It's a long
I know.
time.
Well,
a Star
I
Wars
deserve
fan.
some credit. I watched the game and then got up during
Yeah, Dino
halftime to
Dino
not
really
watch it.
made the ultimate sacrifice
So
here.
thank you for that.
Well, I'm sure you had to pee at some point, so
Nah, I had my bladder removed.
No way.
he doesn't need to drink anymore.
No.
It's more convenient for watching movies
cheaper.
and
Right.
such.
Right.
I mean, in this economy.
I could watch Avatar 2 times in a row, and
Oh my.
Don't do that.
I won't.
Uh,
I don't,
Don't
have
worry.
you? Wait. Also, I know this is really off
no, I
topic.
have-
You still haven't
Nope.
seen it?
No.
neither of
Oh
us
my
have seen it
God,
still.
You guys.
I
I
know.
mean, sorry. We'll have to talk about
And
it.
I
another
and I
time.
got my
Another
Ant-Man
time.
tickets last night, so there's the
Oh,
likelihood
good.
I'll see Ant-Man before that.
Oh
before
fuck! I need
Avatar
to do
at
that. I
this
haven't
point.
got my tickets yet.
Do it now.
What an idiot!
Yeah, I don't I don't know what I'm gonna do because I'm just gonna have to not sleep.
Yeah,
That week.
no, sleeping is for the week.
What
I
do you
just
what do you
have-
mean not sleep?
Well, because I have shows, I have
Overnight.
I see what
shows,
you mean.
and
Yes.
then I also have like overnight rehearsals that
Right,
week. It's a
right.
very poor decision, but everything happened that week.
No. Okay. well.
There's nothing
It's a
that can be
poor
done.
Decision. Poor decision.
Um,
and
But we're
well,
talking Mandalorian.
We're
you
talking the Mandalorian.
fools.
That's it, not
That's
anything
right.
else.
Yeah,
Uh,
we got to get to this trailer because the people that clicked on this YouTube video are gonna be like, "What the hell is
How are
this?"
you talking about?
Yeah.
Also, I'm just really antsy and I want to watch it. Oh, Maggie
Yes.
also wants to watch it. She's like a riff. Shall
All
we?
right, so should we do the thing?
Now, this is the very first time for us doing this like live like this, so we're not even sure if this is gonna work. But cross your fingers, everyone.
If it doesn't, you know who to blame.
That's right. It's Alyssa's. Let's. So I have
okay,
it
yeah,
pulled
you
up
just count us and then
Oh,
we
I'll
press
count you.
play.
How exciting. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll
'cause
go
you're the one.
like 3, 2, 1, go. And click play on go.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Great. Ready?
Let's do it.
Ooh, I'm so nervous. Okay.
Oh, we have to have the most important viewer.
Oh, there
Oh.
he
Yeah,
is.
there he is. Okay, he's right there. Let's do it.
Okay, are we ready?
Yes.
He is.
3, 2, 1, play.
Ooh.
I've never seen so many Mandalorians.
So many Mandalorians. What is this? Clone Wars? Rebels?
Oh! I love him so much. Oh,
Navigating
He's such
it
a good dad.
literally.
Ooh. Where are we?
Ooh,
Yes,
well
bitch.
Salacious crumb.
set. Oh, she's back.
I'm obsessed with her.
Oh my God.
Oh, he made more sounds.
That view of Mandalore is sick.
Pele Mott.
What?
Coruscant.
Oh, Coruscant looks so dope.
Ooh.
Oh!
Oh, oh.
Oh, come
Oh
on.
my gosh.
Ah,
Babu
Babu
Frik.
Frik!
That's all we wanted.
Oh my
Oh.
God! Yes.
Let's go.
Ah, wee, wee, wee. Oh,
Whoa.
Okay.
freaking great! I am. Nope, we're not gonna watch an advertisement about
Okay.
some car. That's enough
Oh
of that.
my.
I'm gonna just mute that. You'll never see it. We're not sponsored. Oh, wait a minute. What is this? Hold on a second. Let me get rid of that. Boop. There, it's gone. It's gone forever.
Okay. Wow. What a trailer.
What a trailer.
We don't get much in the way of
Story.
plot at all.
Mhm.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think that, I mean, the plot. Well, I mean, they're who knows
Going
what
to
other
Mandalore,
little
and that's
plots
about
Yeah,
it.
they're
gonna
going to
go throughout,
Mandalore.
but they're
That's
going to
what's set
Mandalore.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we
But
feel?
obviously we got a lot of other locations in
Yes.
that trailer.
And I think this is gonna be the most Mandalorians that we're ever gonna see on the show.
Man, it's so cool to see the variations and all the helmets
All
and
the
uniforms.
Well, it feels very
and-
1970s. The
Yeah.
color scheme on all of them. It
It
feels like it
does
was
a
kind of
little
ripped
bit.
from those 1980s, early 90s comics with all
Yeah.
the Mandalorians.
Oh my
those
God.
those kind of dulled orange and red
yeah.
and teal looking things.
Now,
So
I'm
what
not
we do
100%
know-
sure was that wasn't actually Babu Frik, right? That was probably just
No,
the-
no, but Babu Frik is in the show.
He
I
is.
yeah,
So
he showed. I thought he showed up in the first. He
I
showed
think
up in
that he-
a.
Was he in the first trailer?
I believe so.
Well, they showed him to us in the stuff we got to see at
That's right.
Celebration.
You're
That's
absolutely
right.
right. You're
That's-
absolutely
yeah,
right.
so we knew he was coming.
I'm just
back.
so thrilled. I'm so thrilled.
But what,
I know
what we
that
do
that's
know
like,
for sure
out
is
of
that
all the things in the trailer, I think that was the thing that I screamed the highest for.
what we do know for sure is that we're going to Mandalore. That
Yes.
that Mando to cleanse himself of his sin of showing his face.
Mhm.
He's going to Mandalore. He's taking the passage of the Mandalore to redeem himself, and we also know that he and Grogu have been reunited. If you didn't watch Book of Boba Fett, now would be a good
Then-
time to do that.
Yep.
You need
At least
to
that
at least
one
watch
episode.
those two
The- the
episodes.
two
yeah.
episodes.
The
Sorry,
Book of
yes.
Mandalorian.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
They had a
um,
little mini series in the middle of that
it was
other
the
television show.
appendices to season 2. Yeah.
But wow, okay, so my brain is like reeling. What else did we just see?
Yeah.
Okay,
can
so
you-
we saw.
Well, can you remind me again, like what what the status of Mandalore is right now?
It's been
obviously
destroyed.
been completely
it's-
neutralized. It's like
Yeah.
decimated.
Yeah, it's gone.
So, I
Remember
mean,
that
is it
that
even like a
overhead
usable
fly?
Is it even like a usable space anymore? Like, or like, do the Mandalorians like want to take it back? Like, or is it just like it's
Yes.
like it's like nuclear wasteland? There's no reason to do it.
Well, the I think they hinted at wanting to retake it from the Empire, but it was laid waste.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's kind of like a Chernobyl situation, but it's more.
Yeah, I don't know
just devastation.
how. Yeah, because
Like,
remember
if we
the
can have it, nobody will.
remember the overhead fly image that we saw in the celebration stuff?
And then this one too.
Um,
Yeah.
Yeah, but in that one particular, they showed like it was all rainy and stormy, and they were flying above.
Yeah. Yeah.
and
I
it
do remember
literally
that.
just looked like a shell of a place.
Yeah. There's,
It's
like,
really
nothing going on. Well, I mean, there's like I was thinking I was gonna see like, you know, I don't know, like more Empire presence, you know, like guarding it, like you can't come here. This is not your house anymore. It's
And I
ours."
suspect we
which it
might
could very
see
well
that.
be that.
Um,
Yeah.
But we know Bo-Katan, like one of the other big elements of this season is going to be the battle between Bo-Katan and Din Djarin over the right
Or
to rule
the-
the Mandalorians. And,
Right.
Mhm.
and there was always, I remember Bo-Katan implied that the next phase of their plan was to take back Mandalore. Was to
So I
eventually
mean,
return there.
really, and it's, you know, Din Djarin and the child have been sort of like the catalyst for a lot of these other stories to happen in the
Right.
background. So I mean, his want and need to like cleanse himself of his sins is going to like assumedly assist them in, because it's like, well, you can't go to, I'm trying to get to point A, but you can't do point A until you do this for me. You know what I mean? That's kind
Right.
of been like the whole series.
That's been
so
the
far.
whole, sort of like formula of the show.
Yeah, like you
Which
got to do this side mission
is
before.
fine.
Yeah, it's great. It's what makes it very fun. And like, I mean, it's quite the side mission, but I feel like that's going to be part of it is, taking back Mandalore, I guess.
It's something else we've gleaned from interviews. So Giancarlo Esposito had given a couple interviews recently in which he basically laid out that Moff Gideon would be escaping captivity. And
Sure.
Well, yeah. I mean, we're definitely not done.
I
with
think
it.
we assumed that might be the case, but
And
so
how I wonder.
how I wonder, and what role will he be playing, kind of in the larger arc that's forming in this Mandoverse we've talked a lot about recently.
Now, something that we didn't see in the trailer, I mean, and understandably so, no sign of Ahsoka and no sign of Luke.
They gave nothing.
Yeah,
No, they're not going to put them in the trailer.
yeah. Well, I wanted to pose that question to you both. Like, do you feel like I have a feeling we're gonna get Ahsoka, but maybe not Luke.
I'm gonna say tentatively no on Luke, and the only reason I'm saying tentatively is because
I mean, really, anything is possible at this point. We could even
one,
get General
he's
Grievous
already
for all we
gotten
know.
Grogu back, but we have to assume that at least a giant chunk of this season is going to be dedicated strictly to taking back Mandalorian or taking back Mandalore.
Yeah.
But the reason I'm hesitant to say he just won't show up is because, as we've talked about, they're really building this kind of culmination event, which we'll see Ahsoka's storyline kind of intertwined with Mando's again, and by extension Luke's, and then if you're adding Thrawn and Ezra and Sabine and all these people into the mix, they might start, kind of the building process of putting all of these elements together. So I don't know. It just depends. It depends on if Mando's going to show up, in Ahsoka's series, or if
Sure.
And do we feel like do we only get hints, or did we get like an official like Mandalorian is going to be this many seasons?
I think they were planning 4.
Is that
yeah,
right?
I think the original announcement was 4, or the plan was 4.
And I think there is a 4th. I believe there is a 4th season, and because Jon Favreau,
Fourth-
I think, was already working on it.
Fourth will be the last, though.
It will. Okay. So then, if that's the case, is the grand finale like, or at least like maybe the penultimate or the penultimate? We love that word. Or the climax of the entire series, not season, be the take back of Mandalore. So like we might not see. I'm trying to prepare myself.
Like that actual battle happening in season 3. You mean?
Yeah,
Like that
how we
series
were
of
saying that
battles?
there was like they were kind of like laying all these like eggs for like different side like characters and stuff like that, and then there would be a big like Avengers team up sort of towards the end, like it's like, well, I'll get Ahsoka doing her show first, and then be like, hey Ahsoka, we need your help with taking back Mandalore, and she's just like, yeah, sure, I'll be there in a sec.
That's exactly what she sounds like.
I'm helping write it.
Incredible.
I'm helping write it. It's not done yet though.
Well, and if the rumors are to be believed about Jude Law's show Skeleton Crew, that takes place around the same time as well, and there's been an assumption that whatever happens there is going to be leading towards this big culmination we've talked about.
I don't know why I didn't put 2 and 2 together. I just don't think I realized that that was happening at this time.
But interestingly,
apparently, I just looked it up. Apparently season 4 is like already in development, and potentially we might get season 4 sooner than the break between 2 and 3.
Thank God. It seems
Yeah,
like
'cause-
production is finally caught up after the pandemic.
Well, yeah, it's crazy. It blows my mind that the last time we watched actual Mandalorian,
A full Mandalorian
Yes.
season.
was December 2020.
Yeah.
Nuts.
Nuts. That's a lot of nuts.
And another interesting shot in this trailer, we see Dr. Pershing on
Yes.
Coruscant. So we're gonna
Oh
pick
my
up
gosh,
the
yes.
cloning.
The cloning plot
storyline.
line, which I'm
Finally,
thrilled about because
finally.
they really kept us up in the air on that storyline. We were like,
And I don't know whether to go down this rabbit hole here, and if it's too spoilery or too leak heavy.
Nah,
Okay.
please.
But
Anybody that doesn't want to hear it, plug your ears.
well, let's keep it vague. We don't need to. We don't
No,
need to
don't
talk
keep it
about
vague,
it right now.
please. I want
We'll
to
keep
know.
it. But
well, you can tell him later.
the likelihood of seeing Andy Serkis again in Star Wars is probably high.
I think you're
Yeah.
right too.
I
He's just
mean,
gonna-
why on earth would they just have him in like 3 episodes of Andor?
Yeah,
Oh no, I don't mean that character.
not that character, but yeah.
No,
just,
I know,
just
I
him in
know.
general.
I
Yeah.
just mean like in
Yes.
general.
Oh no, I'm totally with you.
Like,
He's
how are
gonna be
they
like-
gonna? Yeah.
He's gonna.
Yeah,
like,
no, I
have that
think- I
stamp.
think
He's
we'll
just
see
like,
him-
Yeah, I've been in every new Star Wars show since they.
I think there's a
started.
possibility we see him as 2 different characters continuing on in Star Wars storytelling.
Potentially. That would be very interesting if we well, I mean, we know that Snoke came from the Outer Rim, right?
I mean, yes.
And Coruscant is like the center of all things.
No, but we do learn in Revenge of the Rise of the Skywalker that
Yes.
that he's a Palpatine creation.
Right. So
Uh,
perhaps he's going
but-
there to like look for Palpatine DNA somewhere.
No. I just mean just the fact he's shown up. I'm not sure Coruscant is necessarily
He goes
relevant.
into Palpatine's old bedroom and like scoops up a couple hairs.
But it
Grabs
makes you
his
wonder
toothbrush, puts it in a little
Toothbrush,
Ziploc
yes,
bag.
because it was in Mandalorian season 2 when we see one of those cloning tanks, and it sure as hell looks a lot like Snoke.
Sure. Yeah, it does.
So
You're right.
you
You're not
have to
wrong.
wonder how Gideon is tied into. Is this a larger Imperial effort to try and clone the Emperor, or is this a very quiet backroom sort of plot? And who
Yeah.
knows about it and who doesn't? And
I
The
know about it.
Mandalorian has talked about, or Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni have talked about using the Mandalorian as a way to kind of push the story towards the sequel trilogy. So we will eventually kind of
There's
get
gonna-
into the rise of the First Order, and
Yeah,
and
there's
so
some
you know,
kind of overlap
the
going
likelihood
on.
of seeing. I don't think it's accidental they're focusing this much on cloning.
Yeah.
No, not at all.
And we talked about Bad Batch being out at the same time as the Mandoverse, and how they have some similar themes, and they're kind of cross-pollinating, as it were. And
Well,
I
some
don't think
interest-
that's accidental.
An interesting dance that they're going to have to do with the writing is to figure out if they are going to take back Mandalore, which this is kind of now making me think, oh, maybe they won't, and maybe there's going to be some, you know, not maybe not tragic end, but like we're learning, we don't need to go back to the past, it's the future that's important. Blah, 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 blah. But to the dance that they have to do is to figure out why they weren't around to help fight the Emperor when he came back. You know what I mean? Because like I would imagine that for everybody in the galaxy, that's like, you know, priority number 1. But like, at least as far as the film went, we didn't see any really Mandalorians.
No, it is going to be interesting to see how they
Do that dance.
they deal with that.
But
now
you didn't
they
think about
have
that.
Well, they have some wiggle room because I believe in that giant ass fleet at the end of Rise of Skywalker. You see the Ghost.
It's just a fleet of
see-
asses.
So they could get away with saying, well, they were there, but you didn't see them.
You can
Yeah.
say that. Yeah, and
but,
right, you're
you know.
not wrong. That's true. Because I mean, like for instance, they showed
The ghost.
in in the Tales of the Jedi. You know what I mean? They
right.
showed that Ahsoka was at the funeral. You're like, oh yeah, Ahsoka was there, and
I think there is zero chance Ahsoka makes it to the sequel trilogy era, though. I think there's zero chance of that.
You're probably right.
I think she. Yeah.
That will be the most heartbreaking. My God, if that is legit, I really hope that's not the case. But you're probably right.
What else did we see in this trailer? We saw some TIE interceptors. I love me a TIE fighter.
We got some
a good old flyby shot. That was fun.
Pew pews for sure.
We saw when they were on Navarro, we saw the
Peter Navarro. There it is. We got it.
Koki and Monkey Lizard.
Yes.
Those ugly little suckers.
Leaping lizards. That was number 2.
What if Carol Burnett's voiceover just played every single time we saw one of those?
It does
Star
for
Wars
me.
Movie?
It does for me, for sure.
I am curious, going back to Dr. Pershing being on Coruscant, I am curious to see, I'm assuming at this time, 5 to 6 years after Return of the Jedi, that the New Republic is kind of struggling to gain its footing, and what Coruscant is like under, what's going on politically. And
also, like, I know this sounds crazy, but now that we've got this, like, amazing, like, fleshed out character in Andor, like, where does Mon Mothma go?
Oh, well, she becomes head of state of the New Republic.
Oh, cool. Well, if that's the case, are we going to see her in this?
Possibly.
That would be sick.
Yes, actually, yeah. There's a very good chance.
That would be
Great.
fucking cool.
A lot of the books, the Aftermath trilogy, and a couple of others outline Star Wars Bloodline, which talks about kind of Leia's role in the New Republic. They flesh out where Mon Mothma is and what she's doing, and very, very much. It's going to be fascinating, and I wonder if they're biting off a little more than they can chew, and I don't know if they will or not. But
you put that out there in the universe.
But Mon Mothma signs after the Civil War officially concludes. She signs kind of a disarmament pact that basically reduces the size of the New Republic fleet. So by the time the First Order shows up, they are woefully underprepared to deal with anything. And she thought she was doing the right thing by, reducing the amount of heavy weapons in the galaxy. But I wonder if she's going to have to. I wonder if we start seeing her make those decisions, and then we very quickly see them regret that decision with a Thrawn resurgence. It'd be interesting to see what's going on in the background of the main story.
I wonder if we're gonna see, if we're gonna see that place that we didn't get to see in the oh my God, why am I forgetting the name? The name of the first new film.
The Center of the Republic.
The one that got blown up.
No, it's coming to me. It's on the tip of my tongue.
He'll get it.
The tongue,
He'll
the
get
lips,
there.
the teeth. It's okay if you don't remember. Everybody at least
we know.
knows.
Shout it out at home. You know the place. You know the place.
At the top of their lungs. Maggie, it's okay. We're gonna go outside later. She keeps
what did Starkiller about?
There was apparently a cut scene there too.
Yes, there was with the head of state.
Yeah, and then they're like, nah, people don't need to see that place. I was like, no, I got to see I was
it.
I was so interested to see what was going on in that place. So maybe we'll get a taste of that.
Hosnia and Prime.
Hosnia
and Prime.
There's no way I would have remembered that. Not even a million years.
Wow, good job, Dino.
My God.
We also had a brief moment with Peli Motto.
Yes.
In this trailer, and what looked like Tatooine.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So perhaps a Boba Fett cameo.
Yeah, I mean, easily. You know, if,
I mean,
if,
I hope more than a
we already have
cameo,
said, like,
but-
if Mandalorian can show up in
Yeah.
Mando's,
Right.
or yeah, that it only seems fair.
I thought it was
Watch the
interesting.
whole agreement was like Mando gets 2 episodes, full episodes really in Boba Fett, and then Boba Fett gets 2 full episodes in the Mando season.
Yeah. Oh my God. Honestly, though, if that happens, I would be curious. They got to be like really good episodes, because otherwise, I feel people will be like, "You took 2 episodes away from me."
Well, I
could have
thought it was
had 2
interesting.
more of the child.
Tamara Morrison gave an interview not all that long ago, which he said the next time Boba Fett shows up, I really want to get him back to his badass, mysterious ways.
Cool.
And I
This
was
seems like an
yes,
appropriate time to do so.
Please
Please
do
do
that.
that.
We
And
want
that was a very not subtle shot across the bow of like, I think we got a little cutesy.
It was just a little adorable.
And I don't disagree with him on. Yeah. I think. Well, we talked about this when we were reviewing the show episode by episode, that maybe he got a little overexposed.
Could be. Well, I mean,
little
and
bit.
also, I mean, it would have been fine if they had kind of like stuck with one thing, like it was just like we had the story with the Tusken Raiders, like, which I was like actually
Super
pretty
interesting.
compelling, and I was like,
Yes.
I was like, if they're
Loved
gonna
it.
make this be an entire arc, and then it wasn't at all, and then or we were thinking like, oh, it's gonna be like a, like a Sopranos type of situation, or like a
Right.
Godfather situation where like he's gonna be running the city and it's gonna be like really dark and gritty, but that it wasn't that either.
Well, no, then we kind of got Boba Fett and the Power Rangers. And it was just very
we
odd.
did Boba Fett and the Power Rangers. Yeah, we
Never
did.
forget. Never forget.
No,
the
but
Mighty
to your
Morphin
point,
Star
it's
Wars.
it's very likely we see Boba again, and
Yeah.
hopefully it's
Yeah.
aiding Mando.
Yeah.
Maybe
hmm
Oh my gosh, what
Um,
if he wasn't and he was like against him for some stupid reason?
Well, we will
we'll
find
be better
out.
for it.
And we will. That conflict would be thrilling.
It would be thrilling. Twit.
So they referenced living waters in this trailer,
mhm.
which I think is interesting, especially
What's Living Waters?
in the comics. It's been like this force vergence called the living sea of Gazian.
Oh, interesting.
And
Oh,
it's
it's
sort
in
of
the show.
they referenced the living waters. There's
Ooh.
the cave scene with they're like, it could be a cave in Mandalore.
Sure.
But,
Yeah, it is. It's in the minds of.
so if they were to
Interesting.
introduce this specific, the living sea of Gazian, into live action form, it allows people to see visions of the past and future,
Cool.
which could be interesting and cool.
Yeah.
Obviously. Right after we saw that shot, we saw the like ancient Mandalorian helmet.
Yep.
And Grogu's Order 66 memories. So it could be potentially linking those two things
So
there.
we can finally get Grogu's like origins.
We could find out who saved him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we saw that we did. Oh my God, maybe that where we saw the Order 66 scene, assumedly, in this trailer, that could be Grogu's origin, like a little
Yep.
snippet of it.
Yes.
Right.
With
Oh my
perhaps
God!
with perhaps a surprise cameo from Anakin.
Oh, fuck me. Wowie wee wow. They could have easily filmed that while he was like on set for yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh,
And we
man, oh,
know
man.
he's in Ahsoka, so they've been using him quite a bit. So
Yeah. So that easily that could be it. I don't want to get my hopes
Yeah.
up too high, because my God, that would be very, very, very cool. Yeah, darn. Wow, that would be neat. So
We've
yeah,
also
that would,
got
well, I guess so. So yeah, Grogu assumedly is not just along for the ride. Like, I'm trying to figure out like what Grogu's like end game is. Like, does he have one?
well, he's a Mandalorian now.
Yeah.
He's not a Jedi.
yeah,
anymore.
that was very clear from that trailer. I mean, he's being trained to be a Mandalorian now.
Luke gave him the decision.
Right. But he still is using the Force.
Still using the Force.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's a Jedi.
Totally.
This is true.
He's taken the mantle of.
He's found his tribe.
But yeah, no, I do wonder. We've talked about this before. What if where does Grogu go at the time of the sequel trilogy? Because he was not going to be that old in the scheme of things.
Where does Grogu go?
But at the time of the sequel trilogy, he's not really going to be that old.
Grogu goes to Tatooine.
I remember we
goes
talked
on Tauntaun.
Okay,
Grogu
Daniel.
Goes to
No, I remember we talked about before we had seen season 2 of The Mandalorian. I remember we talked about what if Grogu had joined Luke's academy and was one of the students that was killed by Kylo Ren.
But
we now know that at least at this point that will not be his fate.
Yeah, it sounds like it's not going to be, and I feel like that was probably a smart choice.
Yeah,
writing wise, because it's like how do you make that right? Which makes me that there's going to be some reason why the Mandalorians, and the Mandalorian, Din Djarin, like why they're not around for the final battle between the Emperor, but who knows? We'll see.
Yeah. I think one of my favorite parts of the whole trailer was the glimpse into the droid bar.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah.
It was all droids. So
Yes.
that's like a nice thing, since droids weren't allowed in any of the cantinas, and
We
so
love
to kind
the
of
droids.
see that come the galaxy healing in that way. That's nice.
Yes.
The galaxy is healing.
The galaxy is healing.
Droids can drink now.
Droids.
It really does kind of feel
Droids.
like that with Dave Filoni. He is healing the galaxy, one episode at a time. But
Yeah,
Well,
it's they kept a lot of things mysterious, which I'm glad about that.
that's good.
The three of us like trailers. We're not, complete purists that don't
we do
watch
know some of
trailers
those.
before we do. Yeah, our friends the McCoys, they will
not a touch of it.
they do not want to, so they will not be watching or listening to this episode.
No, they will not.
Because they want to be completely surprised, which I love. But for me, this just
Oh yeah, by the way, spoiler alert.
obviously no
It's
one's
too
gonna
late for
click
that.
on this if they
Oh
don't want
no, what have we
to talk
done?
about it.
Could you imagine somebody's watching this entire thing and they felt like, wait a minute, this was a spoiler.
Yeah, I just I appreciate trailers where it's creating hype but not ruining the whole entire movie or series
Yeah.
for us.
Or,
So
there are some trailers they literally show the entire film.
yeah,
I'm
and you're like,
Rise of
okay, great.
Skywalker.
Well, I'm not.
I don't need to see that.
I guess I'm not. I don't really need to see this movie anymore. I know all the things that happen.
Yeah.
Um,
This was a very decent teaser.
it gave us a good look into kind of ish, where we're going this season.
All that matters is that all roads lead to Babu Frik. That's all that matters.
It was always Star Wars' endgame.
yeah, for sure.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
God bless that
I
man.
hope that Babu Frik actually has a big role.
I
That it's
do
not
too.
just a little random
Hey!
appearance walking by or something. I hope it's a huge role.
Yeah, me too.
Ah.
Big time.
Let's see. Anything else that stuck out that you're like, ooh?
I can't-
The more I look at it,
it's just
so
more are you doing are you scrolling
I'm
through
just
it?
kind of scrolling through.
I'm
yeah.
scrolling through it. The more I
I would scroll through it, but I feel like I might mess something up on my computer, so I'm not
Okay.
gonna do it.
the more I look at it, so Mando's definitely down in the mines when he pulls out that helmet that has been
Yeah.
dusted like
Right.
the rest of the planet. I wonder.
A dead Mandalore.
My feeling is that when he's being chased by those TIE fighters, he's on Mandalore, which means the Empire's still there.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
That makes sense to me.
Well, yeah, because this shot of the TIE fighters and stuff going through, it looks like they're going through caves and mines and
Canyons.
stuff.
The bombers.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I do miss Mando's old ship, but
Razor
it's
Crest.
okay.
Yeah.
The Razor
Oh yeah, maybe we'll
Crest.
get a I think we'll if we're gonna get some flashbacks and stuff like that. Maybe we'll get a dope flashback of the Mandalore being blown up again, you know, or like the right before it happens or something like that, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
What?
man, my dog is freaking out right now. I feel like that means that the plumbers are here.
All right. Well, should we wrap?
Plumbers
Should,
coming.
That's a great segue.
should we wrap? Should we
Yeah,
wrap
we
this
gotta
up?
wrap,
then?
We gotta wrap this up.
All right.
Do you
Well,
hear her? She's like,
that-
oh,
those were our first thoughts on.
Maggie is
the-
very excited about. the
Maggie's
Mandalorian.
thrilled about Mandalorian season 3, as are we. Yeah, this is the way. Can't
This
wait.
Is the way.
This is the way. Thanks for watching or listening. This is Inside the Tauntaun, a podcast in the multiverse of fandom. I'm Alyssa Simmons.
And I'm Daniel Dawson.
And I'm Dino McKinnis.
May the force be with you.
Always.
Inside the Tauntaun podcast. Please like and subscribe.